Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Entrepreneur Investor Connection. It's been a while, but today I figured I'd jump on because I am seeing a opportunity for people that are interested in buying NFTs and figuring out how to bring more streams of income. I've recently saw that there's a game being created that allows you to rent out NFTs and profit from them. So I figured I'd show everybody. It's called Aavegotchi. And I have been buying land, and I made a video a long time ago about buying land because I knew the landowners also are going to be able to make revenue from these properties. So I said, all right, let me start understanding how this works, but also create content around it. So today I'm going to show you some of what Aavegotchi is. I'm going to show you how to borrow, how to buy, and maybe it becomes a revenue stream. I'll explain everything that I went through in doing it, and what I think is possible with this. And the reason why I'm showing this now is because I truly believe the future of NFTs and crypto are stuff like this, being able to monetize your digital assets. Okay, so share window. All right, so you probably, all right, here it is. Okay, so I'm starting to show you Aavegotchi. Basically, what I've been seeing is, I've been saying this for a while. I believe the digital future is in owning assets that will cash flow for you. So I've been teaching for a while the idea of creating your own crypto bank. And now I'm seeing opportunities within the NFT space to buy assets that can cash flow for you. What does that sound like? Sounds a lot like real estate, right? When you buy a real estate property, you have people live in it or rent it for vacation and it cash flows for you, right? So that's a way that people believe you can get independently wealthy and have generational wealth. But I'm seeing an opportunity with NFTs to do very similar, right? So I saw this opportunity within the Gotchi verse, which is Aavegotchi game. Aavegotchi game is a I don't know, it was an old game called Tamagotchi. It was these characters that you would have, they were like toys for kids. Now they're bringing this to the digital space. And what they're doing is the Aavegotchi world is based on let me just bring, that's my actually Aavegotchi. Aavegotchi.com. Aavegotchi.com is a game that basically allows you to use these characters and you can play and collect these gems. And these gems are giving you actual money. Like these coins can be traded for actual dollars. So the way it works is the first thing you have to do is you have to have some of this ghost coin. So this ghost coin is a coin that has been going up and down. I've been buying it for a while on the lows, selling. So I've accumulated some ghost coins for a while. And then what happens is you have to choose a character to either buy or you can rent, right? So here, if you wanted to buy one of these, let's say it's 650 Aavegotchi ghost coins. So if we go to the current price, which, okay, and I say 650 coins, it costs about $1,300 to buy one of these characters. So that sounds like a lot of money, right? Like at the end of the day, right this second, that's the price. The coin could go down. You can buy some of the coin when it's lower and then buy some characters. And that's, I've accumulated over time. I didn't pay that much for it. Luckily, I've seen it early. But this is still pretty generally early because if you look at one of the most popular games that allows you to do this, it's called Axie Infinity. The Axie Infinity coin, if you look at when it came out, it was really low. I don't know how far we could zoom in, but it was really low. It went really high up, and then it came back down. Then it came back down, right? So like it was all the way up here to $157 a coin. Now it's $56. So $100 difference. This game is super pop. This is the most popular game in crypto right now, where people are making money every day. All right. But what I see is what happened with Axie Infinity is two things that Aavegotchi fixes. The first thing is to get into Axie Infinity, you have to buy 3 NFTs. The NFTs, I don't know the prices, but when I looked last time, I think it was like $500 per NFT. So you got to pay about $1,500 to be able to play the game. But you do need 3 different NFTs, so that could get expensive. Remember, these games are just starting, so maybe over time these games are going to become more and more expensive. But that's where the opportunity is, right? Like, imagine there's a time where only people that have it early are able to lend out their NFTs. The second thing that Aavegotchi fixes that Axie Infinity doesn't do as well is you can borrow these characters on the blockchain. So with Axie Infinity, the difference is if I wanted to lend you my Axie Infinity, I literally have to give it to you and you have to give it back to me. So there's some trust there. I'm guessing that the money you make makes it worth paying back. I'm not sure how it works. I never did it, but there's a whole huge industry of what's called scholars. So basically there's people who give scholarships to people who can't afford to buy the NFTs. They'll play the game and then they split the revenue with the person that bought the NFT. So as I was watching that last year, I felt like I missed the boat. I was like, yeah, I'm not paying all that. And I'm not playing the game, and I'm not going through the whole process of letting people borrow it and chasing people. So I just was like, look, I'll wait till the technology gets to the point where it all just works through the blockchain. That time is now, right? So I saw Aavegotchi made an on-chain lending. So check this out. So right now, I just told you the cheapest Aavegotchi right now is $1,300. But if you wanted to play this game, you can pay 1 ghost up front, and then you give the owner of this Aavegotchi 9% of however much money you make while you play. So this person you could put up whatever terms you want. What I ended up doing with mine, this is my character, and I'll zoom in. I definitely bought this one because it looked like it had an S in the head, like for Sanchez. Is I put it up for 24 hours. Again, I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I put it up for 24 hours for 1 ghost in rental, and I did an 80-20 split. So the person who plays gets 80%, I get 20%. My deal, it feels better than this one because this is 9 hours. So you would have to rent it twice for a whole day. So you're paying 2 ghosts, but I guess they're taking less of the money that the person's making. Again, this literally started like this week. So we're all watching to see the best thing. Again, there's risk here. I don't really know if somebody could steal my Aavegotchi. I think they've worked that out, but I don't know for sure. I just gave them an Aavegotchi that's worth about $1,800 right this second, and I could lose it, right? But my hope is they figure that out. I doubt this whole thing would work if they could just steal your Aavegotchi, right? So that makes sense that they wouldn't make it so you could lose it. Second thing I see is, again, I'm in the Airbnb game. I see the opportunity for daily revenue, right? So if you think about it, there's a person that made a video showing that they were making $17 an hour playing the game. I don't know how sustainable that is. I kept researching to see what other people are getting. I'm not trying to play the game, so I am going to have my kids playing. So if you guys are watching, there was somebody else who said you can make $3-4 an hour. Okay, so let's say you're making $4 an hour. You're playing for 5 hours a day. $20 you make. You only have to pay $2 to get it from me, which Ghost coin right now is worth $2. So you basically made, and then wait, 80-20 split. So let's say 80-20. So you basically, let's say you make $20. 4 goes to me plus 2 for renting it. That's 6. You made $14 and I made 6. Again, That's on the low end. If you are making $17 an hour, that number changes a lot. So this is where it's early. We have to see what the numbers really are. And I've been researching. It's not that much information yet because it's really, really new. So the real trick is just watch put my character out there. I'm going to change it tomorrow. I'm going to maybe do every 4 hours. Like I'll do maybe half a ghost every 4 hours, because I'm not sure if somebody wants to hold it all 24 hours. I'm just going to try different things. I can't really lose unless I could lose my Aavegotchi. That I highly doubt is possible. But the truth of the matter is, it brings up this new paradigm, right? Think about what I'm doing here. I bought an asset that I'm able to rent out 24 hours a day, multiple times, however I want to. That's very, very similar to real estate. So this Aavegotchi, this one it's a special one. It's from the first. It's like a high end one. You could buy one for $1,300, like the cheapest one. Let's say we got the cheapest one for $1,300. Let's say you buy 10 of those, right? You buy 10 Aavegotchis for $1,300. Let's do the math. It's 20, 1,300, so that's $13,000, right? 10. And let's say those things are bringing you back, even low end, $10 a day. Times 10. It's $100 a day or $13,000. I'm telling you right now, my Airbnb does not make that much a day. My Airbnb is not on the market for $100 a day, and it costs a lot more than $13,000. So if you think about that, right, and you're like, okay, I want to get into real estate investing because I want cash flow from assets. Think about what you have to do to buy a real estate property. You got to put down payment. The down payment is probably more than I just showed you of those 10, definitely more than those 10 Aavegotchi would cost, right? So this is where, if you start thinking about it, you can have 10 Aavegotchis that are making you $10 a day, and it's cheaper than buying a real estate property. So now, if you take, let's say, an average, let's say it's $100,000 to buy a real estate property that cash flows for you. Imagine putting $100,000 worth of these characters out in the world, and they're making you $10 a day. You can make a lot more money from the same amount of money. Now, this assumes a bunch of things. This is why this is not financial advice, of course. This assumes there is a lot of people playing this game. This also assumes there's a lot of people that want to pay you to borrow your Aavegotchi, right? That's not a given, right? There's also, this assumes that this game exists in next year. The reason why I believe that it does, hey, Oscarina and Oster, I believe this game is going to do some good things, because already, this is where I said, okay, I got to watch this. Decentraland. Decentraland is one of the most popular metaverse platforms. They said there's about 2,000 people on at the same time right now. The reason why people are spending a lot of money on Decentraland is because they truly believe that Decentraland will grow and there'll be millions of people on at the same time. So if you have land in Decentraland, which I do too, and I'm building it, the idea is one day there'll be millions of people walking around that area, and they will come to your property and possibly buy stuff, want to rent your property, same thing, right? It's an NFT that has opportunity to cash flow. Right now, Decentraland came out 3 years ago, I believe. 2,000 people at a time are on the platform. That's what I read. Aavegotchi just started. This week, where you can actually make money like this, and there's already 2,000 people at a time playing the game. First week. Decentraland took 3 years to get to where Aavegotchi has gone in 1 week. This is possibly a big deal. I don't know. I am risking some of my assets on it, because I do believe in the future, the gaming industry is what's going to bring a lot of people into cryptocurrency. I view it as another asset that can cash flow. This is why early on I was investing in real estate, because there's multiple ways to benefit from owning that NFT. I personally have not invested a lot in the PFPs, like the Bored Apes. I looked at the Bored Apes and I didn't think they didn't look good to me. So I didn't buy one. Of course, that was not a great decision, right? So that's why it's not financial advice. I don't know. Nobody knows. That the truth of the matter is, when you deal with investment and investors, they all will tell you invest in as many things as possible. Why? You never know which is going to be the thing that explodes. If you were an investor, you would put all your money in the things that you know are going to make it. But nobody knows. When people were investing in Uber early, there's investors that declined to invest in Uber early. Why? They didn't believe in it. They didn't think it was going to work. Some people were right, some people were wrong. Airbnb, all the biggest companies, there's people who believe in it, people who don't. But most businesses fail. So most ideas fail. So when you hear people saying, oh, NFTs are going to go to zero, all NFTs are going to go to zero, the reason they're saying that is because most things fail. Most ideas fail. So 80% is going to fail. 20% are going to do well. 1% is going to become huge. So there's no way to know. You got to invest in 100 things to be in the 1%, right? And that's where this is gaming. And I've invested in many game projects because multiple things. I believe gaming, I said this already, gaming is going to really drive cryptocurrency market, because I think a lot of people are going to come in to play games and they're going to realize you can make actual money playing games. We all have mobile phones. Most of us play games on our phones. Do you make money when you play those games? No. If you knew the same games you play, you could actually make money. Are you going to play a game that makes money or a game that doesn't make money? I'm going to play a game that makes money. I was also playing another game this week that just started launch, which is called Guild of Guardians. This game is another one that's going to do all the same things. You could buy characters, people can borrow them. So this is the gameplay, and you're going to be able to buy assets and people are going to rent them from you, right? So think about what I said, right? When you look at generational wealth, how was it really built before? Mostly on real estate, right? So the old way was buy one property, borrow off of that property to buy the second property, borrow off of that property to buy the third, fourth, fifth. You look up, you got 50 properties, cash flowing for you every month. That's generational wealth, because when you pass on, you can give those properties to your kids and those cash flows will go to your kids. I see the same thing with NFTs. You catch the right projects that people are going to use to generate this. Aavegotchi has a 30-year roadmap. 30 years is a long time, right? If you look up Mario Brothers, how long has Mario Brothers been around? More than 30 years, right? Nobody makes money on Mario Brothers other than Nintendo, though. Imagine there was a way to own characters in Mario Brothers and make money because you own them. Think about that. Like my kids, I'm sure if you have kids, I'm sure if you were a kid, which we all were, you've played video games. So now there's this opportunity to own parts of video games and make money because you do. That is a huge opportunity to me. And that's why I'm looking at the games that I believe can be big. This is another one I really believe can be big. It's already on the mobile phones. This is a problem with Aavegotchi. Aavegotchi is only on computers. So if you wanted to play it, you have to have a pretty decent computer. I mean, not even that decent, but still, you have to have a computer. And most people don't have computers anymore. They have phones. So that is a hurdle. But still, like I said, there's still more people playing this game. And I'll show you the gameplay right here. There's still more people playing this game. Well, same amount of people playing this game as Decentraland, which is they're having millions of dollars sales of Decentraland land right now. This game is just starting and already has the amount of players in it that Decentralized has, and the land doesn't cost millions of dollars. Again, not financial advice. But my goal here is I'm going to own more characters. I already purchased land like 6 months ago. Once the land goes live, you can also make money from owning land, right? So my idea is more assets that cash flow, right? If the more I can create cash flow, the third benefit, if you understand some of the other videos I've made, is the coin that they give you from playing the game is a collateral asset. So think about that. I get from people playing the game, I get these coins and I could put them in my crypto bank and borrow off of them to buy more assets, to live life, to buy real estate assets. This is like a crazy ecosystem starting to be created. And this is literally week 1. DeFi year 1, heading into year 2. Early. And this stuff cannot be stopped. I don't care who tells you, oh yeah, they're going to regulate. You can't regulate innovation. Look at Uber, look at Airbnb, look at YouTube. These things were illegal. Now they are super common almost everywhere in the world, right? So this is more important than all 3 of those projects combined. DeFi is going to change everything. I don't know how long it's going to take. We are in year 1, literally year 1 still. So when you add the fact that this game is created in partnership with one of the top DeFi platforms called Aave. See the name Aavegotchi? If you just go to Aave.com, it's the biggest bank in crypto. Look, there's $21 billion in this bank. And it's Ghost, right? So this is in partnership with this bank. So think about it. Like, imagine if Chase made a game company, and they let you use the game to borrow, to buy things. This is a crazy thing. I believe, not financial advice, but I'm betting on the fact that it's early and it has already this much traction. Again, though, I'm going to run it by my advisors, which are my 3 kids. I'm going to put them in the game, see if they think it's fun. If they think it's fun, I'll get them each one of their own ghosts. They'll start making money. And then, of course, my plan with Mass Ideation, which is my main company, how I actually make money, is I'm going to make a guild, right? And what is a guild? A guild is a way for people to make money together, right? So a guild means multiple people play at the same time together and they share in the revenue, right? So imagine I just told you, if I have one Aavegotchi and I'm renting it multiple times a day, you can make like $10 a day. But what if I said thousands of us can all contribute and make money together? So when you're sleeping, somebody else is playing and people could be making money together. That's my goal, to create some type of NFT that if you own it, you can be part of our guild. You can use the assets for free, but you also get revenue share of what you make. This is all possible on the blockchain right now, literally through the lending. I'm going to show you. Watch the process of lending and how it works. So let's say I wanted to borrow this one for 9 hours. I would have to have Ghost in my wallet, insufficient Ghost. So I don't have enough Ghost. But if I did, what happens is I open this, I accept the terms, and then I go, right? Whatever the term is, $1, one Ghost, which is $2, and I'm going to do this split. This is what the person did with me, but this is where you go to find the person, the thing, right? But then if you want to put yours on the market, I don't have mine right now because I lent it out and I don't even know what time I get it back. It was 24 hours. I remember when I did it. So the way it works is the person playing with my character, they're gaining these coins. These coins are worth actual money. And when they claim their coins, like let's say they played and they made $5 worth of coins. When they go to claim the coins to get the $5 in their wallet, automatically 20% of those coins go into my wallet. One thing though, and I didn't know this when I did it, but now that I know, you got to make sure if you do this, you have to understand that if you don't claim your coins and the time runs out, they give the owner all of your coins. So that's, I mean, a benefit to the owner. But the truth of the matter is, if you're going to be doing this and you don't want to lose, you got to make sure every now and then you definitely, specifically before you give up the NFT, you claim the coins. But this look, 4 hours, 0.01 ghost. So this person is going to, if they rent it out 6 times a day, they'll make 0.6 ghost. Plus, they're doing a 35%, 65% split. So remember, I was doing 80-20. They're taking more percent of your wins for less upfront cost. So this is where people are going to try different scenarios and see what works. And what's going to happen is if you're in a guild, you're not going to have to pay for anything because the guild is going to share in the profits. That's how I see it working. So if there's any questions, I would love to hear any questions from anybody on anywhere. Let's see if there's any questions on Facebook. No questions so far. All right. So the idea is, any questions on Facebook? Oops. Mute. Okay. So what's next? I just showed you Guild of Guardian. I showed you Aavegotchi. The big next step is the land. They're about to release their own metaverse. And I'm going to show you how much the land costs. So if we go back to Aavegotchi, we go to Bazaar. This is where all the things you can buy with the ghost token, right? So look at land, Aavegotchi land. 218 to buy a piece of land. 218, $442 to buy a piece of land. Again, I don't fully understand how the land will make you money, but I know they said landowners will be able to make money. So if you got an option here, you got $1,300 for the character, $450 for the land. Not financial advice, but you know, I believe owning both makes sense, and I'll show you why. Let's go to OpenSea, and we're gonna look up Axie Infinity to see what the prices are of the characters and the land. Axie Infinity is the first game to really take off in this same genre. So now, if you want to buy an Axie Infinity none for sale. Wow. None are for sale. Hold on. Axie Infinity. Oh, maybe you have to go to the actual website to see. So again, I don't consider myself a gamer, but I'm doing this for multiple reasons. I want my kids to get into crypto. So I look at this as a perfect way, right? This morning, I'm leaving, taking them to school, and I tell them I rented out the NFT to a person and they're gonna make money. And they're like, how come you didn't rent it to us? And I was like, I've been telling you for a while that this is here. They got a bunch of game NFTs that could make money right now. Another game that I have that already is making money, but I haven't done anything with it yet, but it's coming, is called Eververse. It's a game where you can like race. Eververse. I'll show you right here. You get these characters they have hoverboards. And look, the cheapest character right now, and I didn't pay this again. This is why you got to get in early. And of course, I've paid for stuff that went to nothing, and I paid for stuff that went a lot higher. And this is one of them that went a lot higher. I did not buy the characters for this much money. The cheapest one right now you can buy for $1,000 because people are making real money playing this game. So if you know you can make $10, $20 playing this game a day, $1,000 forever doesn't, in 2 years you make your money back no problem, maybe even quicker. right? So if we look at the actual gameplay of this, um, okay, let's see if there's a gameplay video on the website. See, they got the hoverboards. They gave the hoverboards out for free if you had the character early. You had to buy the character. This I don't even know what you use this for. I don't have any of these yet. Um, so okay, here's the gameplay. So my son is actually really good at this game, but ever since they actually let you make money, he doesn't want to play no more. So this is where I look and I'm like, is the game fun enough? But again, these are just my kids. My kids might have their own. They're young. Part of what I'm about to do is I'm partnering with a game network, a gaming network. You'll hear more about that soon to get gamers. And if you're a gamer, join our Discord. I'm gonna make it so we are up on the latest games. You're able to get in those games early, either through assets or gameplay to make money. So if you are a gamer, join the Discord. There's a gaming channel. I am looking for people to help me make sure I'm investing in the right things. And for doing that, you also will benefit. So this is another one that I got lucky on. I could tell you about some of the ones that I didn't get lucky on. How many gaming ones I didn't get lucky on? That's a good question, actually. But again, I'll come back to that. But look, all right, Axie Infinity. Let's say we wanted to marketplace. All right, so if we wanted to buy an Axie Infinity right now, looks like past 24 hours. Looks like the cheapest is 0.03 Ethereum. So if we go here, go to Ethereum, 0.03, $95. Okay, so prices came down. It's not that bad to buy an Axie Infinity. But now let's see what the land is. Land. Look at that. Ethereum is like buy Ethereum price. Okay, the lowest I see right now is 0.22 Ethereum. 2.2. $7,000. It makes sense that the land will be worth more than the characters. Why? It's going to be a lot more characters than there is land. So when I see situations like this, where in Aavegotchi, you could buy land for $400. Actually, it's not even the cheapest. Let's see the cheapest. That's the latest, lowest price. 98. So let's just go 99. 99, $200. Right? Again, if you're going to be able to make money off the land and land is more scarce, it makes sense that the land is going to be more valuable than the characters. But again, I don't know. I swear, like, I'm looking for gamers to get in there, play, have conversations with to tell me what they think is going to happen, because I'm just not into it enough to play this game. I am, though, and I'm going to see if my kids become interested. If not, I'm definitely partnering with a few gaming networks, and I'm going to make a guild. Like I said, a guild of people that like playing video games, that we could share profits from the assets that I've already accumulated. So that's the plan. But again, like if I bring back the original discussion about where I see all this going, very, very similar to collecting real estate assets or assets in general, right? An asset could be a business, asset could be land, an asset could be a vending machine. Like there's so many different assets that you buy it and it brings you back money. I'm seeing this NFT space. If you do the right research, spend the right time to understand, having an opportunity to get in early, to buy many, many buy many, many NFTs that become assets for you. Again, I'm taking my own bets. I've been taking them for a while now. Who knows what happens? I could be totally wrong about all of this, but I don't believe I am. If I look at what my kids are doing and what games they play, my sons play Roblox. They've been playing Roblox for a long time. Roblox has been around since like 2008. It's 2022. Kids are still playing it a lot. They say more messages get sent in Roblox every day than WhatsApp. Think about that, right? WhatsApp is the main communication way for most of the world in text messaging. Roblox has more messages per day of people playing than WhatsApp. But what's the difference in Roblox? You have to pay to get into Roblox. Like I'm buying stuff for my kids, Robux, and they just buy stuff and they get no financial reward, or more us as parents, we get no financial reward from that. No way to get a payback at all. Imagine Roblox with a way as a parent, as a person playing, to generate some type of value, some type of income. I just see that as being way more of a thing people are going to do. Again, the games do have to be fun. If it's just about making money, I don't believe that it will work as well. So there has to be this thing where the games are as fun as the other games, and I believe they will get there. For instance, Aavegotchi has hired people from the biggest gaming companies in the world. They're taking the biggest game company execs and they're hiring them here because what do you think? If I'm making games where the players make money, if they are equally as fun, which are they going to play? I think they're going to play the ones where they make money. If it's the same fun level, even if it's a little bit less fun, you might still play because there's an opportunity to make money. But we're going to see, of course, this is what investment is, right? You thinking about what you believe people are going to do and you getting in front of it by putting your money where you believe things are going to go ahead of before they get there, right? So right now, all this stuff is going to probably be cheaper than if this game gets to Roblox Fortnite level. Fortnite said it made $50 million off one skin. I think it was last month. Think about that. That means people like me, parents, are and mostly parents, I'm sure there's adults that buy skins too, are paying Fortnite. And we're not getting any of that back. And if my kids stop playing Fortnite, all those skins are gone, right? I lost all that money. But if they were NFTs, and I said, all right, you don't play that game anymore, I'm selling all these skins. Some of those skins will probably be more valuable than when I paid for them, right? And I could recoup my money at least. That's just off the skins. Imagine if while you were playing, you can make money too. So that's why I see with Aavegotchi, there's a huge opportunity. But Aavegotchi actually has a third thing that makes it such a game changer. It's this. In the Aavegotchi character, NFT, there's also a spirit. But that spirit comes from embedding an actual token inside the Aavegotchi that ups value too. So right now in this Aavegotchi, I have this much of YFI token. Check this out. This is pretty crazy. YFI, Yearn Finance. Another reason why I bought this Aavegotchi. This token is worth $21,000 a coin. Right? So of course I don't have, it's only worth $26. The amount of this coin in my Aavegotchi is worth $26. Not that much, but where are we in market cap? This coin could go up 10x. And now this goes up in value 10x. The coin in, and I can literally take this Aavegotchi and sell the coin if I want, and just sell, and it destroys the ghost, but I get the coin. So think about that. Even less way to lose, right? So worst case scenario, the game goes to nothing and nobody's playing it anymore. Nobody wants these ghosts anymore. I could sell the coins that are inside of them. So that is where I'm like, whoa, that I haven't really seen that in any other game, where it's not just the character, it's also a real asset inside of it. So when you see these other Aavegotchis, like, all right, let's say we wanted to buy one right now. This is the latest. I'm gonna again. All right, so this one is 679 Ghost, which is 679, 1,300, almost $1,400, right? But inside of it is this much Ethereum. So again, whatever you might believe about Ethereum, and you know, Ethereum is a really good coin. Okay, let's go into Ethereum and see how much money that is in there. $25 again. Okay. But again, we don't know. Ethereum just, again, is 5 years old. It's most used cryptocurrency right now, Ethereum, more than Bitcoin by far. In 10, 20 years, it should be worth more than it is today, right? So worst case scenario, you buy this Aavegotchi right now for $1,300. 100x from here in 30 years, you would have $2,500. So basically, what I'm saying is this game has figured out a way where you almost can't lose, right? So you get the character, you can play with the character and make money every day. You can rent it out if you can't play. So, like, let's say you have to go to school or to work and you can't play. You can rent it out and people make you money as they play with your character. Worst case scenario, game goes to crap. Nobody wants to play it ever again. You're stuck with this ghost character that nobody wants. No, you're not. Because inside of that ghost character is an actual token that's worth money that you can take out of the ghost and sell it. That is kind of crazy. And again, I would love any feedback, any questions from anybody watching, whenever you're watching, wherever you're watching. Do you see anything that I don't see? You know, because I don't know. Johnny Howard, how are you? Very interesting. Thank you. This is a pretty crazy opportunity if you think about it, right? And again, I'm just thinking real estate. Let's say again that 100,000. I'm going to keep that 100,000 number, which you can't buy much in America with 100,000. Let's just be clear. But let's say 100,000 divided by 1,300. I'm just going to take the 1,300 number. You can get 77 ghosts for $100,000. Let's say you did that. And they're each making you $10 a day. 10 times 77 is $770 a day. Times 365 is $281,000 a year. Those are all very conservative numbers, right? $10 a day. I think people would be making more than that. I would think $1,300. I think that may be high right now because the game just came out. I don't know. Again, who knows? It might get lower. Prices might get higher. I don't know. But when you think about a Bored Ape, which is literally a picture of a monkey that gives you access to events where celebrities might be there, those things are worth $300,000 each, minimum. They don't have any real coin inside. Like, if nobody no longer wants any of these apes and the apes are corny, you just have a picture of an ape. If nobody goes to those parties anymore, you just have a picture of an ape. But there was something that just happened where they dropped this coin called ape. And if you had the ape, you got ape coin and people made millions of dollars. So again, they cash flowed by owning this NFT. But going forward, who knows what happens? They are releasing a metaverse. They do say they're going to have games. So it might be where you can do similar to what's happening here. I'm guessing they're all going to try to do it. The real trick is which ones win, right? Again, we go back to my earlier point that most businesses and ideas fail. You can't put all your eggs in one basket because you don't know. You don't know which one is going to be the one that works. I look at specific things. I look at user adoption. I look at worst case scenarios. And that's where I make my decision. When I looked at the worst case scenario of Aavegotchi, I said worst case scenario, I end up with tokens that I believe are going to grow in value. And I'm going to be making money along the way until the wheels fall off, right? So let's say I bought this Aavegotchi for $1,300. How much time would it take me to get my money back if I made $10 a day, right? So, okay, 1,300 divided by 10, 130 days. So if I bought it for 1,300, it's going to take me 130 days to potentially get my $1,300 back. That's just in gameplay. That's just me renting it out. If I'm actually playing it myself, I should make more. But again, I'm realistic about me and my time. I'm not a gamer. I don't enjoy it that much. If it was something that worked on my phone and I could do it while I'm waiting for my food at wherever I'm at, sure. But that's not the case yet. I do believe that these things are going to go up in value. How are they infusing Ethereum in the NFT? I don't know, but I have seen this platform that I'll show you called Charge Particles. Charge Particles allows you to do this with regular NFTs. Charged, but I know this is not the same. It's not the same company that does this. So Charge Particles will let you take an NFT. Let's say you bought the Bored Ape and you say, you know what? I'm going to put actual Ethereum in that ape. So when you buy it, you buy the ape and the Ethereum. And it's combined in the same way with the NFT. If you want to just sell it and just take that starts to back up the NFT with real world assets, right? And that's what this company does. Interest bearing NFT. So also I think you get interest because it goes into Aave. Same thing. Both these companies are using Aave to get you interest. Aave is something that I'm also working on a pretty cool automation for. All this stuff brings so many opportunities. It's crazy. You have to understand DeFi. You have to understand NFTs. I keep telling anybody who's buying NFTs, if you don't understand DeFi before you buy NFTs, you're potentially going to lose a lot of money. Because what I do with my NFTs is I don't use my Ethereum and Bitcoin and coins like that. I use Aave to borrow off of them to buy the NFTs. Every NFT I've bought since very, very early has been by borrowing off and paying back my loans for those NFTs. Because if I have one Ethereum today and I see an NFT I like and it costs me half an Ethereum, I'm selling half of that Ethereum to get that NFT. That NFT goes to zero. I lost half of my Ethereum versus borrowing off of my Ethereum. So that means I keep my Ethereum, just like we spoke about with homes. I keep my Ethereum and I just got to pay myself back to pay off that loan, right? So now I don't lose my Ethereum. I just got to pay it off over time. So in a game like this where you're making money, you can pay off the loans. Also, the coin they're giving you is a collateral asset. So think about it like this. This is how a way that most people understand, especially if you're an investor, entrepreneur investor connection. Let's say I have a house. I want a vacation home because I want to make extra income. I won't sell my home to buy a vacation home, right? That's dumb. So I'm borrow off of my home to buy a vacation home. That vacation home pays a monthly based off people renting it. Imagine if the vacation home paid you in more real estate. Think about that. So every month, instead of getting cash, you get more real estate that you can borrow off of. That's what's happening in Aave. In Aavegotchi. They're giving you coins that you can use as collateral to buy more assets. This is like never been. I've never heard of anything like this. It's just starting. I think it's a huge opportunity. I highly suggest you understand it because I get it. It's complicated, But the truth of the matter is it exists. I'm sure I just showed you. It's pretty freaking safe. I showed you there's $21 billion in the bank. If you think you're even hundreds of thousands, there's people with billions of dollars in there. You think it's not safe if they have billions of dollars in there? I don't know. I believe it's safe. That's one. Two is the way that you can stack generational wealth with very little money. You're talking about you can buy the ghost coin for $2. And if we look at the history of the coin, it's pretty new. This coin is from August 2021. You know, like, this is pretty new. And it went up a lot. Like, it was worth $2.80 and now it's worth $2. If it goes back, that's 80 cents more per coin you can make, and then you can borrow off of it to buy the Aavegotchi. So this is what my plan is. This is my strategy. I'm going to put the Aavegotchis out there. People are going to pay me to rent it. I'm going to take all that money, put it in my crypto bank as collateral asset, and I'm going to borrow off of those to buy more Aavegotchis, right? So here it is, right? So let's say I have one Aavegotchi that's worth $1,300. I put it out in the world. It's making me $10 a day. Conservative again, $10 a day. I take that $10, I put it in Aave. It starts growing. It gets up to a certain level, I buy another one. And I keep doing that just like real estate investors do with property. It's the same thing. Why do you think people get rich? The Donald Trumps of the world, all these people, they have hundreds of real estate properties that pay them every month. And how do they get more of those real estate properties? They borrow off of their real estate properties to buy more. Same thing here, right? So again, starting out with very little money, $1,300. Actually, even better. You can start out with no money at all. You can start out by borrowing NFTs from people like me that have them up, gain enough money to buy your own. And then you can do the same process. And that is where I do not see something like that with real estate. With real estate, you got to hope you convince. If you try to do the same thing with real estate, you have to convince some rich person to give you money so you can flip a house and they get a percentage of it and you get a percentage of it, right? But you have to convince them to give you a lot of money. There's all kind of contracts. You got all kind of places where this can go wrong. You get a bad contractor. Here, literally, it's all in the smart contract of the blockchain. I never even spoke to the person that borrowed it. I put it up, and within 10 minutes, somebody rented it from me. Like, that is freaking crazy. And it just literally started. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys join my Discord and let's learn this stuff together, because I do think it's a lot to understand. And even me, what is it called again? Aavegotchi. I'll bring it up one more time. The website is Aavegotchi.com. I'll zoom it in if it's easier to see. I don't know if it is. I don't know if that zoomed in much, but yeah, it didn't zoom much. But basically, again, this game just started. The game has been around, but the real game just started. They haven't even put out the land yet. So all these people that have land, like me, that's not even part of the game yet. Once that's part of the game and you can make money from land and the characters, we're talking about an opportunity that I've never seen stuff like this. And this is just one game. There's many games doing the same thing. That's why the real trick is paying attention to the overall space and getting involved in as many games as possible to create as many different revenue streams, because I'm serious about, you can get to a point where you have hundreds or thousands of digital assets that are giving you money every day and you're not even using them. That's how crazy this is, right? And again, I know it's a lot because you have to understand a few things. But again, come into my community. We're teaching people for free. There's definitely a paid option in crackingcrypto.club, but a lot of it is there for free. A lot of these videos, I've showed you everything on YouTube. If you dig through my videos, Everything is shown there. The only difference on Cracking Crypto Club is that we help people walk them through it step by step. Oh, don't click that button. Wait, you click that button, you're gonna lose your money. Stuff like that we do with people on Zoom privately. We can't do that publicly. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, YouTube is your friend, Google is your friend. You can't figure this stuff out. It's just gonna take you maybe a little bit longer, but it's worth it. It's worth it. I'll let you guys know how my borrow goes, how much money I made from it. So far, I already made $2, one ghost coin. Let's see how much that person played the game. I don't know. I'll keep you guys updated on all that, and hopefully, I see messages from you guys that you guys took me up on it. Hey, Island. Hey, Vixen. How are you? So, if you just got here, you can watch the replay. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. It will help me to grow this information. I'm definitely going to do more of stuff like this. My goal is to help people create generational wealth as an entrepreneur, as an investor. This has an opportunity of making both of those worlds coincide, because what am I doing here? I came up with a business model around this, right? At the end of the day, I'm buying these assets to make money. So I'm an investor and entrepreneur at the same time. And that's what I've been saying for like years at this point. I do believe we're heading into this own to earn economy. There might end up being a lot less jobs, a lot of people fighting for the same jobs. But while we have this opportunity to buy these assets that can create revenue for us, you got to take it, especially being early. We're like I said, this is week one, year one of DeFi, week one of a game like this. There's a bunch of games that haven't even launched, that you could do the same thing, buy land, buy characters, buy NFTs. And I do believe this is the future of a way a lot of people are going to make money. I really do. So thank you for watching. Whenever you watched, wherever you watched, and stay connected with me. Let me know what you think. Please join the Discord, because like I said, I really want to get as many people thinking and learning about this at the same time. Thank you. Have a good rest of your day.